me sweet baby. There's something that I've just got to say.
So, I did a second printing of my book, and I don't think I told you guys that. I went through the second printing, and my mother like took a book, like a whole bunch of them, and sold them off and everything of that nature. And now all of a sudden, these floods of emails are coming in for my book and everything. And so people told me that they want to know what's inside of it. And they told me that I should be talking about it on YouTube because I talk about everything else, and I've never put like in these classes my book on. Let me do it like that. There we go. Oh, there we go. So I took this picture at Helen's Gardens. What I thought I would do, because what this book is, literally, it's not a novel. What it is just, it's a book of quotes, and you can open it anywhere in the book and just get advice on whatever topic you're kind of going through. So what I'm going to do is give the book to you, and you're going to pick one, short one.
Do I just randomly open it?
Yep. Just random. You can ask yourself something before you open it, and then see if it what you ask actually gives you like
I'm
that.
just gonna open it randomly.
Okay.
So the first one that I saw was truth will raise you higher, deceit will lay you flat on the ground.
Okay. So, does anyone want to interpret that? Truth will raise you higher. Deceit will lay you flat on the ground.
Okay, so like if you like break something, instead of putting it like this and like just letting it be, you like if you say, "Oh, I broke this," they'll probably be more happy than if you were to just let it sit.
Oh, right. Exactly. Like the other day, I dropped my friend's laptop, and I picked it up. It was totally fine, but I was like, it's fine. Should I tell them that it dropped? Because what they don't know won't hurt them, right? And I was like, well, I should let them know, because if anything starts malfunctioning in it, at least I know I can, help pay for the fixing. But then I also thought to myself, what if their computer was just on a malfunctioning point anyway? Exactly. Right? But I still had to be honest and still say it. So you are right. The people are happier when you do admit up to something. And so when we do tell the truth, it also makes us feel good. It raises us up, and it puts us in an area where God feels good. And he's like, yo, seriously? You didn't have to tell that truth, but you did? Let me raise you up. Deceit will put you down, not only with, deceit will lay you down, not only because of, deceit being negative and it's laying flat out, but also because it takes away from you. But what deceit does when you're deceitful, it takes away from you. Being truthful puts you up on a pedestal, and a lot of the times when we're going through things in life, we always have to remember that no matter what, the truth will sometimes be hard to say. Go ahead.
Sometimes people want you to lie to them.
Yeah, but that's not always
that
the
sometimes people do want you to lie to them.
Yeah, but that's a
Most
bad
people
thing.
are crazy.
Yeah, that's a bad
The ones that
thing.
you were talking about. I never want someone to lie to me.
No, you're
Like,
talking
it's
about
about-
miscommunication. I had a friend, I'm not going to keep it simple. She keeps meeting these guys off the dating sites.
Something I do.
This one was on there for 2 years, but to the long story short, she met him, she got involved with him, and she found out he was a manipulator and all this kind of stuff. And I just reiterated back to her, I can't get into details because of the kids, that you know what, he really is a manipulator, and you just gotta watch yourself, because men know what to tell women to put their head spin. Wow, who told me to tell her that it had something to do with you know what? Who told me to do that? You tell me that I'm not this and I'm not that. That's not what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying. She'd rather I tell her a lie. So
People don't want to hear the truth most times because they're not ready for it. And then they look back in hindsight, and then they start realizing what they heard, and then that's when they're like, yeah, okay.
So there's this one, okay, so we're in Scarborough Town Center, and we're just waiting for my mom, so we're just sitting there at the table, and then some old lady, like she's like kind of old, but she's like dark skinned and everything, and she comes up, she's like, "Oh, can you wash my stuff for me, please?" And she just lays it on the table beside us. She's like, can you just watch this? I'm gonna be over there. I'm just like, okay. And so I'm just waiting for her and everything. She comes back and she's like, oh, thank you so much, God bless you. But I was wondering why she just trusted me with her stuff.
Okay, so that's a very important question. And that's where it gets into spirits. You have an energy about you that is very trusting. And she read you. That's why she could look at you and tell that you were raised well. You're not going to go digging in her bag and be like saying to your sister, come on, yo, she just left her bag here with us? Yo, let's take this. We're at a mall, we're shopping. Or no, where is she from? Where was it? The subway station?
No,
No, it was
Scarborough Town Center, right. I thought you meant RT. So you're right in the mall shopping Christmas time. Clearly she had some gifts up in those bags. So,
Christmas.
Yeah, it was a week ago.
yeah, see?
Yeah, it was like,
Regardless, it was a mall, she was shopping.
Right.
There was stuff in the bag.
And she was shopping. So you could have said, you know, yes, let's get these bags, but she read something in you around your energy without even hearing your voice or even looking deep enough into your eyes. She could just look at you and say, this kid's safe. She's going to watch my stuff for me just the way I would watch it myself.
Or you don't look like a fast runner. So that she can.
And she could tell, yeah, she could tell. She looked at you and she's like, and that also reflects a lot about your mom as well. It says a lot that your mother did something to raise you in a way where you are a nice, fine young lady, where somebody can come and just trust you with their stuff.
but it was so random. Like she just came up to me and she's like, here, can you watch
Get
this?
used to that.
It was like,
Get used to that.
weird.
That is the beginning of spirituality, really. That's really spiritual. Some kids wouldn't even notice anything like that or even think that that is random. Some kids would just be so numb to that type of thing where they'd be like, yeah, I want your stuff, sure.
Yeah.
And then the lady comes back, okay, you're welcome. And it doesn't faze them. But with you, you're like, she trusted me.
This is Toronto. I look crazy sometimes. No.
She trusted me. And that is like when Tyree, when we first moved here from the Scarborough Bluffs, he took the bike right from our apartment, took it outside as he would in Scarborough, and laid the bike down out front of the store,
Oh no.
came back out and it was gone.
Poor
He couldn't
soul.
believe it. He was like, the bike is gone. I don't know where it went. I said, it was stolen, boy. We are downtown Toronto. What do you think? You leave a bike outside? He's like, but I only went in there for chips and came back up. It was mind-blowing for him. The same thing is the situation with you where someone would trust you with something. It's mind-blowing because it's like people normally don't do that. In Tyree's world, people don't steal bikes within 2-3 minutes. In your world, people don't trust people very easily, and that's our world in general. We do not, as human beings, trust people very easily. So that's awesome. That's really awesome that she looked at you. That says a lot about your character. And you have one?
Yes.
All right.
Yesterday, okay, so this is what I'm reading, and then I'll tell you why it's significant to me. It says, if you are able to do something for someone, then do it. If they are in need, do not make them wait. Otherwise, when you are in need, you will have to wait, but in vain. It's not rocket science, it's karma. So yesterday, on Fridays, I never cook. It's just a thing. I don't cook on Friday. So yesterday, I went to where we live, and this guy, like we were waiting for our food, and this guy was like begging, right? And I said, instead of giving you money, can I offer you to buy you a pizza since you're hungry? So we were at 2 for 1, so I bought him the 2 slices, and I asked him, would you like a pop? He didn't want the pop. So then that's what I did. Like we were waiting for our pizza, this guy was starving, like that's what he said. So I bought him 2 slices, and then that was it. We just walked out.
That's nice.
But I didn't, like I didn't, like the only person that was with me was Asia, and he says, I don't like pork. I'm like, well, I paid for 2 slices, you pick what you want to eat. I don't know what you want, so you choose.
Right.
So I just paid for it, and then he chose, and then he hopped on the bus. Then he got a little greedy, and he saw tokens in my change. And then he's like, can I have that token? And I'm like, no, I need that. And
Right.
Then it was, but it was, the whole thing was, I was
Right.
buying for me and my kids, and I bought him
Yeah.
a slice, and
See, and that's nice. You gave it to him right there on the spot, no questions asked. You didn't say to him, okay, buddy, just hold on a second, wait till my pizza's done, because I got a quarter in my car, and I'll go get that for you.
Yeah.
And make him sit there and wait for the change.
No, I
for the
just bought him
pizza.
a slice,
Right,
and then
that's
that
nice.
was it.
And that is nice. Okay, Let's say a prayer. Love you. We love everything you do for us. And God, I just want to clarify today that you are not the God that hates people. You don't sit there with a checklist checking off what they've done right and what they've done wrong. You don't have that Santa Claus mentality. You just walk with us, you talk with us, in the most softest voice, and you're always there for us to encourage us. You don't judge us, and you're not the type of God that makes one religion better than the next. You never turn people against each other. And we just like to thank you for everything that you do, how you serve us when we are supposed to be serving you. We ask you to help us serve you more. Help us to help you. That's what we want to do. We want to be grateful to you. We want to be thankful just for the breath you give us every single day, for choosing us to be your child, and for giving us a life to experience. We ask you just to give us a little more common sense on how we can help you. If it's just by communicating with someone on the street and giving them positive conversation, or just by communicating to them with a smile. Help us to come out of our own box and communicate with people and give them love. Also, so we can learn about ourselves. Through communication, we don't only learn about others, but we learn about ourselves, and we are guided through people that come into our life to help us on our path. Some stay for a little while, some a long while. But through communication, we find those people who are integral in our life to help us get ahead. We thank you, Father. We thank you, you divine creator, for all your sweetness, all your glory, all your mercy. We love you, we live you, we honor you, we thank you. Amen.
Amen.